Clementine, you ready? You ready? Ah! Hey Women's Health, I'm Sohla El-Waylly and I'm going to show you inside my fridge. Let's go. So, our fridge opens from this side. Many of you have noticed this before, and I've got your DMs. No, we can't switch the hinges. So this is how we get into the fridge. You gotta come around. Join me. We made it. So normally, I have a lot of weird things in there because I'm doing recipe development, but I actually just finished the photo shoot for my book, so this is the first time in 2 years that I'm not doing any recipe development, and this is all food we're gonna eat by choice. First, fridge must-have. It's simple, but it's important. We really like to have cold water at all times. A whole shelf is dedicated to cold water. This is a fridge must-have. So there's always some kind of wine or vermouth or sake. We don't really drink this, it's more for cooking, but even though you're not gonna drink your wine, you should always go for like something delicious. If you don't wanna drink your wine, it's not good for cooking. When you cook with wine, you concentrate it, all those flavors get stronger, so pick a good wine for cooking. Vermouth is also a really good option, and also sake has become one of our favorite things to cook with lately because it has like a really nice dry, crisp flavor, and it adds a nice bit of acidity to different things. So Ham, my husband, is a chef, and he puts a lot of things in here that I don't know about, and this is one of those things. I haven't had this yet, but I hear that it's supposed to be like fancy okonomiyaki sauce, right? What's the plan for this? Do you have a plan for this?
Glazing some eel, popping that on top of some fresh rice.
Oh yeah, that's a good plan. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's try it. Yes, that's very good. This is a good sauce. Oh, must-have, fridge must-have. Good butter. I like to cook with a lot of butter, with clarified butter. I have clarified butter back here. I always have some on hand because it's great for popping popcorn or any high heat cooking. This is the bread butter. This is the cooking butter. I guess must-have is multiple kinds of butter. We got our clarified butter. We got brown butter. This is really good for baking. Any kind of like streusel, crumble, pie crust. Use brown butter instead of regular butter and you're gonna get a lot more flavor. It was in our wedding vows, Ham promised to always have at least 3 kinds of cheese. So this is our cheese drawer. It has a lot of cheese. So 2 cheeses that we always have are Parmesan and Pecorino, because they're just like really good for cooking. And then we like to have some eating cheeses around. We really like everything by Jasper Hill Farms. This is their Willoughby. It's a wash rind, a little bit funky. It looks a little smushed because we tempered it and then put it away. We'll be okay. It's a little bit stinky, so if you like that, that is great. This is another cheese that I tried it for the first time on my History Channel show. It's cooked down and it tastes a lot like dulce de leche. So it's kind of cool if you're going for like a sweet savory vibe, but you still want cheese. These are a couple of different ones from Saxelby. It's a cheesemonger in Chelsea Market, and it's really fun if you're in town, go there and just talk to them and they'll just like nerd out about cheese with you. So I don't even know what these were. We were trying some new things, but it's really fun to go there and try new cheeses. It's such a fun mystery going into the cheese drawer. Half of this is Ham putting things in here. Oh, Munster. Okay, we always have Munster because it's perfect for grilled cheese. It's good to have like a good melting cheese. Grilled cheese quesadillas, boom, dinner. Whoa. All right, what do we got over here? Ham likes to always have some kind of meat dry brining in the fridge, you know, for the future. Dry brining your protein is really great because it seasons it all the way through, tenderizes the proteins, breaks down the fat so it renders better. So here, this is his latest endeavor. This is a bone-in, dry-aged ribeye that he dry brined for 3 days and then slow roasted in the oven. And we're gonna make French dip sandwiches with it later. There's a baguette in the freezer, bone broth for jus. Wait, we already have glass. Hold on, let's go to here real quick. Ugh. Welcome to the freezer. It's a beautiful place. Here we always keep bone broth. This is totally a must-have, very important. There's always bone broth, whether it's homemade or purchased, like high quality, because then you got a base for soups and stews and sauces and all kinds of stuff, and it makes dinner really easy. We also like to keep gloss around, which is just bone broth that's been reduced. So this probably started out as like 6 cups. So it gets really sticky and rich, and this is gonna be perfect for dunking the French dip sandwiches. Up here is the magical frozen bread world. It's always important to have frozen bread. So we've got a baguette for the French dip sandwiches. Other bread, whoa. top split brioche buns. All of them are must-haves. They're all the bread is, should I hold all the bread? This is naturally leavened milk bread from the farmer's market. It's so good, and it's really good to have, you know, if you want to just make a burger on the fly, huh? Hold on, since we're here, my favorite snack, an absolute must-have, is popcorn. This is my favorite popcorn. It's from Anson Mills. It's like a heritage corn, and what's great is it tastes really, really corny. It pops up really light and fluffy, and I didn't know this until I started using this, but you're supposed to keep popcorn in the freezer to keep it really fresh. Each popcorn kernel has a little bit of water. That's what makes it pop. So if it's out and it dries out, you're gonna end up with more duds. So keep your popcorn in the freezer. I got another freezer favorite. Should we do it? Are we staying in the freezer? The freezer's a fun place. Okay, so these are barberries. These are from Iran because my mother-in-law's from Iran. So whenever she goes, she brings back barberries and saffron, and it's really, really incredible to add to rice. It adds just little pops of tart kind of cranberry vibes, and it's really nice because they are so small. It's just like a really nice speckle of chewy texture and tart flavor. We always love to have these around. Also, dried fruit needs to be in the freezer too. So many things actually need to be in your freezer. Freezers, if you don't know where to put something, put it in the freezer. Oh, and then, so Han mentioned he wanted to use this to make some eel. So this is some smoked eel that we got from Maine. We haven't gotten into it yet, but I'm really excited because I think I haven't had American eel. I'm excited to try it because it's sustainable. A lot of eel isn't. Hopefully it's delicious. We're gonna glaze it in that sauce, have it with rice. Oh, let's just make a meal. This is a must-have. So this is togarashi, which is a Japanese spice blend, and it's really great on top of rice and bowls. So we're gonna do, this is the plan. Dinner. I'm excited. Get the hell out of here so we can make dinner. No. Before we finish the tour, I want to make sure you stay tuned because I'm going to be making something special, and here's a hint. So I guess our food philosophy is we're constantly trying to try new things because food is our job. You know, it's important to always like see what's new, see what's out there, but it's also something we like to do. It's how we kind of developed our relationship, actually. Like when we started going out, we would go to the grocery store all the time. That was our date, and just buy different cheese or fish or whatever ingredient that we haven't used before and then cook. So we kind of just do that now. We're always just trying new things, trying out new recipes, and I think there are like core staple cuisines we go back to all the time, but we're always all over the globe. Must have. We're big dairy people. Cow milk, the original milk. And we like to try out like different local milks. I mostly use this in coffee, but then, you know, sometimes it's just really nice to have with like, I don't know, a slice of cake. Is that lame? Okay, so very important, total fridge must-have, fresh citrus. Lemon, lime, I don't know, if there's something cool at the market, go for it. It's just really great to have for cooking. We always have vinegar, but there's like a freshness you get from fresh lemon juice. If you don't know what your dish is missing, it's usually salt or acid. Another total must-have is fresh herbs. Here we got some dill, cilantro, what's this? Parsley, whoa. We're a big fan of the fresh herbs. We got some tarragon, we got some chives. And I know it can seem like intimidating to buy this many herbs because they don't last very long, but as soon as they start to get wilty, we blend it all up into a sauce. Put that on some noodles, amazing, right? You can make a little salsa verde. Herbs. Now, one last must-have. Olives. We always keep green olives around, great as a snack, great to cook with, and I'm gonna use them in the dirty martini I'm gonna show you. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna make a dirty martini with gin. It's a great drink because it's also a snack, huh? All right, let me grab the gin. It's really nice to freeze your glass so your drink stays cold longer, and I like to start with frozen gin. So martini has to be really cold, and I know that, who's that guy? James Bond? Kind of ruined this drink because everybody thinks you gotta shake a martini, and you do not. You definitely do not shake a martini. You use a mixing glass, but a lot of ice. I know some people like to have like ice chips in the martini, so you could crack some of the cubes, but I like it just like this. Okay, so we're gonna start with 1/2 ounce of vermouth, 2 ounces of gin. I have a jigger, but I always spill when I use a jigger, so I actually prefer to use this tablespoon measuring cup. It's a little easier. Okay, 2 ounces of gin. And I like my martinis really, really dirty. I want it like salty. I want to taste the olive brine, so I'm gonna use a whole ounce of olive brine. Boom. We're gonna have a couple of olives. I really like my olives to be with pits. I feel like they taste a lot better, and I think it's kind of fun to gnaw on, so I don't use like a pick to put them in the drink. I just put them in the bottom of the glass, and then you just get in there and have an olive. Get crazy. Now we're gonna stir this up. So the key when you're chilling a drink is you just stir it until the outside of the glass is cold. That's how you know the drink is cold. Okay, if you don't have a mixing glass, that's totally fine, but it's nice. Makes it feel fancy. Let's just keep stirring. See how frosty the glass is? Wow. Okay. We know it's cold. Look at that. Whoa. So we're gonna strain into our glass. Everybody's cold, guys. It's gonna be cold and crisp and just like perfect for our bowl of eel and rice, huh? All right. Thanks, Women's Health, for checking out my fridge. Cheers.